Good morning. Welcome to G More Life. Today I'm going to be working on this, unfortunately, again. I just got it fixed yesterday, replaced a bearing in it, and was tilling an area that we're going to turn into a riding arena for training some horses. And I was getting it all tilled up. This area in the background over here is where I was tilling, and I hit this piece of pipe here. I found it that was laying out in the area that I didn't know was there. And that's the unfortunate part when you're living on an old farm. There's stuff that people over the years and old timers leave laying around and have no idea where it's at and just leave it laying there. And of course, I come along tilling up the ground and I hit it. I think what happened is I think it snapped the chain in there based on what I can feel in the drive line and everything. So we're gonna tear back into this thing and see if we can fix it. So I'll be taking the cover off and pulling it apart. I got a couple of master links. Hopefully it's just a broke chain, and we'll remove a link and put in a master link and maybe be back in business fairly quick. But kind of sucks when you just had it together and took it apart the same day and breaks again. That's just the life around here, I guess. All right, first step we're going to do is see if we can remove some of this. It's not a gear oil. It's a really pretty much thick grease that I put in here that what called for in the book. It almost makes me think it's the wrong stuff because it's so thick. So it doesn't drain out very well. I put 2 quarts in here yesterday. And I think it probably comes up above here because I just filled it up. But I'm going to see if we can recover it because it's not going to drain real well. I have to reuse it because I don't have more of it. I think I can substitute a 90 weight gear oil, but I'm going to see if I can reuse this stuff since, like I said, I just put it in here yesterday. And I took a motor oil jug here and cleaned it up and going to use that for a drip pan. I don't have a drip pan that's going to work. Let's see if we can just suck some of this stuff out of here. Oh, well, that's not good. That's probably yep. I think the chain's right there and I can't even get it in there. All right, let's go to option 2. Let me clean up a little bit more of this dirt here. And I guess I'll just remove the cover and see if I can retain it in the cover. Either that or we're gonna make a huge mess. All right, I put the drain plug back in it. What we're gonna do first is loosen up the chain tensioner, even though they're probably not anything against the chain, but it'll keep it from hanging up on the gears and stuff in there. So we'll loosen it up. And I don't know how many bolts in here. The unfortunate thing is all these bolts it holds this pan on has a nut on the back side, so that kind of slows you down. I wish there was just nut plates, whatever, and screw it straight in. Use my drill here, my socket, wrench on the back side. I guess we'll remove all these top ones first. Let me get a magnet pan here. All right. I better get my pan over here pretty quick. I think I got everything loosened except for this bottom one. Let's see if we make a mess here. All right. Not as bad as it could have been. Yep, like I said, broken chain. All right. Let's see if I can set this over into the... All right. Well, let's take a look, see if we got any broken teeth. No, looks like the teeth are good there. Good there. I'm going to take a magnet and run through this grease in here and see if I can come up with any bits of that chain. And I think I found something right there. Yep. There's part of it right there. Let's see if I can account for it. Yeah, I actually think that's the rest of it. Oh yeah, it did a number on it. So well, it actually looks like all the bits. I'll run my magnet around here just for a minute longer, see if I come up with anything else, but I think that should be it. Yeah, little piece of sliver here. That's part of the pin. All right, looking at the chain here, I haven't cleaned it up yet, but I see another side plate here that's partially off. I'm gonna wipe this chain down a little bit so I can see a little bit better, but I don't know. See if I find any more problems with the chain. Yeah, this one, I don't know if I can drive it back on there and rebrad it, or I should remove it and put another link in there. Oh. Yeah, here's another one. It's not quite right. Let's see if I can show you what I'm talking about on this chain. Right. I don't know if you can see right there, we got a gap right where my thumb is. And if you'll look, you don't see the head of the pin there that's where it's supposed to be braided like these. So this one needs either pushed down and rebraided or replaced. I may have to replace it. And then I got another one on this end. This one. Where my finger is, it's a little It's hard to tell, but it's not quite right. All right. No, I don't think I'm going to reuse it. It looks like the link actually might be bent. All right, I'm going to grind off these two pins here. Reuse this inner link. Get rid of the side plates because this one's all bound up. Make sure I got the right one. Let's see, check this other end. Okay. That one I just need to grind off, push that out. It's working fine. So I do have the right end. I'm not. And I don't know if you can see it, you grind until basically you see a nice little circle. That means you got it down flush below that plate. So I'm gonna do the same thing this other pin. All right, nice and flush. So now I'll take and drive that out. Got that side. And that side, I'm going. There we go. All right. I have to reuse this. So, now I got to remove that piece that broke. I got to remove that. So I got to grind off that end a little bit so I can push it out. Alrighty, I've got two number 80 master links. The chain is a size 80. I don't really understand all the size of the chains and stuff, but it has something to do with the length between the pins and width and all that stuff. But this is a number 80. In fact, it's written on inside of these chains on this one somewhere. Like some of the links say it. Yeah, like this right here. It says 80 on it. I don't think you can see it. There you go. All right, master link. Comes with a side plate with pins. And instead of having to brad these on, got this little retaining clip that goes. Okay, here's the problem I'm running into. I did get one master link in there. I had to do some modifications. Evidently, the master links I got, I mean, maybe different manufacturers or different tolerances, whatever, they're size 80 like supposed to be for the chain. But where the grooves are, this is the master link here. This is the one master link I got in right here. This is the other one. I've tried hammering, trying to make sure everything was nice and tight. And the groove for this clip is not exposed enough. Let me take this apart. A little groove right here that this goes on and slides around like so. It's not sticking up far enough. And I've taken, I took a socket on one of them, try to make sure everything was mashed down there real good. And I'll even do it to this one, just make sure. I haven't done it to this one. But that side, and that side, still nothing. What I had what I end up having to do was take the side plate, put it up here in my vise, like so, just as flat as I could do it. And I took my grinder and I just grind off a little bit to make it a little bit thinner. I mean, hate to do that, but that's the only way I can get this back in business. So, like I said, that's what I did to this one. Got it on there, nice and clean. So I'm gonna go on and grind on this a little bit. And I'm gonna stop that for a little bit, let it cool down. I don't want to get too hot and change its temper or anything. And got a little warm on that. All right, there we go. Now it fits on that side, fits on that side. So what we're gonna do, what I found is take it at a slight angle here. I tried going straight on, I couldn't get to going here a while ago, so I found if I take it and go at a slight angle, flip the one side over, like so, and I was using snap ring pliers. Man, and my hands are greasy, I'm slipping everywhere here. But gotta get out of the groove. I'll kind of flip it over, get to come in like so. I'm gonna tap into place a little bit here. Okay, see how that one side kind of went in there? Now, I'll take my snap ring plier, see if I can get to open up just a little bit. Like a greased pig here. And snapped it down just like so. Worked great. Now, I'm gonna go put her back together. See if we can go finish up that arena. Okay, took me a few seconds there. I had to use a screwdriver and get my clip off this one master link. So let's go and slip the plate off here. Let's see if we can get it together. There we go. All right. All right, stick this plate back on. See if we can get this back together. Not too much trouble. And just like I did a while ago, I raised that one side up, set it over there. Let's use my multi-purpose tool here. All right, got her tapped on over there. See if I can get this snapped over. There we go. Back on there. All right. And this right here is a little idler that takes up the slack in the chain. That's what that adjustment is on it. On the cover. All right, see if we can scrape some of this extra grease off. And I guess I should have been wearing my gloves. I did this the other day. I was making sure I got everything nice and clean. I pressure washed this thing, had it all nice and spiffy, and before I started working on it. And so it's still fairly clean, but I mean, those passes. Let's see if we can scrape some of this grease back off in this pan. In there. Where is my nuts? Right there. And my wrench right there. Okay, let's just see how big a mess I make. Okay. Oh shoot, come on. I was doing so good. I think my adjuster's in the way. Yep, that's what it was. Damn it. Well, I just did the closeout with you just a few seconds ago, and about the same area where I hit the stuff yesterday, found another piece. I don't think I broke anything this time. I think it's still working. So we'll keep going unless I break it again. So you may get another video before the day's out. All right, looks like it's working now. If y'all found this video useful, please like, subscribe. If you got any comments, questions, concerns, please leave them below. And as always, thank you for watching.